Cool, and we are live. Hello, welcome everyone. We're jumping straight into it. On this live stream, I will be creating a new game in the latest version of Wrestling GM 2026, and we will be, we'll see how long we're going to play. We're at least going to play at least a couple of months. In this new game version, you have an option to upload your own pictures. Obviously, this is live stream. If I click this icon, you're going to see my pictures, and I'm not doing that. I know better. I've been enough on the internet to know that this is not a good idea. Cool. All right, here we're gonna name our wrestling federation. I normally go for something like International Extreme Wrestling, National Extreme Wrestling. Cool. Now, if you didn't know yet, you can change that abbreviation here. You can type it to whatever you want it to be, but it automatically creates. Home city for me is London, so I'll leave that as it is. And starting difficulties, obviously there's a couple different options. If you're new to the game, definitely stay with rookie. Don't go wandering. Cool. In terms of logos, there's quite a few different logos. I think I'm just gonna stick to the first one. Cool. All right then. So welcome to Wrestling GM 2026. By the way, if you have any troubles hearing me, I have a bit of a raspy voice, so please just drop a message and I'll try to speak up or like louder my microphone. Thanks, guys. So we are gonna go ahead, and we have a couple of things to get started with. So we have to sign our wrestlers, get a network deal, create a championship, book our first show. Let's get started. So it does say here to sign at least 4 wrestlers. We're gonna sign way many more than 4. We have 68 wrestlers currently available, so we can sort of, keep scrolling through all those 68, or we can use the filter setup here. So I'm gonna click filters, and we're gonna go into, let's see, do we have any lower card? No, it shows available 0. So we're gonna go to rookies, and let's pick some, I don't know, some younglings, right? There you go. And we're gonna pick some guys. Cool, okay, perfect. So I have 15 sort of wrestlers available here. I definitely want to have a tag team, a couple of tag teams maybe. I want to have like a world champion that I'm going to sort of strap my rocket to, and then a couple of mid-carders. So I think I really like the first one, Slippery Sam. I think it could be good, like a sort of mid-carder. So let's negotiate with him. If I can negotiate, I can do a fixed time or per appearance. So if I do per appearance, that means I'm only paying him when I'm actually using him. You end up paying more, but if you just sort of starting your federation, is my better option, and then we're gonna go for 40 appearances. Now you can try to undercut them, but if you undercut them too much, that's obviously gonna not end up well. So if I do undercut a little bit, and didn't like it. Okay, so I need to increase a little bit more. So if I go 385. And submit the offer. There you go, that's gone through. Fantastic. Now, for the purpose of live stream, I could sit down and sort of, try to cut corners here and there, try to get the best deal. But for the purpose of live stream, I'm just going to go quick sign for all of them. So Mike Steele, we're going to skip Shadow. Turbo Tom is actually pretty good. Varsity Victor, yeah, let's get this guy. I really like Mateo Herrera, but look at his stamina, that's 38. That's not good. He's not going to be helpful for at least a couple of weeks. But then if I sign him a per appearance contract, then doesn't matter. He can sort of, chill out at home. Neo Nick, let's just get a sign in. Arcade Andy. That's it. I think so. If I go back to my filters and just go enhancement. Cool. We have Danny Walsh. So look at his technique. 58. That's pretty good. I think we've given a little bit of popularity. He's going to go up to another level. So let's get him. Backyard Brad looks pretty rad, doesn't he? You can click on image. You can sort of have a zoom. Yeah, I like him. Look pretty good. All right, get him in. Sam Hicks. He looks badass, doesn't he? Let's get him into our roster. Oh, this is a new addition, actually, this version. Benny Backdrop. So let's get this guy added. Molly, Muffin, Tina. We're not going to get you guys. Cool. Let's go to the roster. Let's see how many do we have. We have 11, right? That's an odd number. We probably want one more. So if I just remove all the filters, Ooh, Kane the Killer Kelly. Let's get Tim added. Brute Bonds, Wolfgang. Alright, let's just get more. Although I just signed Wolfgang, he's super expensive. There you go. Alright, cool. How many do we have now? 16. Okay, 16 is a good number. I think 16 is plenty for us to get started. So if I just go back to the dashboard. So what we want to make sure first is before we go running and creating a first show, we just need to make sure that we have a network deal. This first couple of shows is going to be expensive, so I want to make sure that we have a network deal before we get started. Cool. All right, to go to break to post on Discord, invitation to the live stream. All right, we're going to network. So it's a couple different network options. I will go for county sports channel. If you look at your deal, and if you approach them, you get 9,680 per show for 3.5 rating required. Let's go for that. And you can also sign with them premium live event. 13,000. Yeah, let's do that. Cool. Okay. Right. So we have our network deal. Let's do the championships now. In championships, we're gonna have our world heavyweight championship, and he's gonna be called world heavyweight. Can't spell. See, champion. Cool. All right. So that's gonna be our main event title. We're gonna assign it to. Actually, do I assign it? Do I just let it? I really like Wolfgang. I always like to give him titles, so let's go Wolfgang. We want to create a tag team championship, right? So very creatively, I'm gonna call it tag team championships. Champion. All right, cool. Then, that's tag team. Cool. All right. So actually, before I do a tag team. Before I crown the tag team champions, I'm gonna go ahead and create some teams. So, who do we have available here already? We have Brute, Danny. Ooh, I have Jason Impact and Mike Steele. I really like them two together. I normally call them like Impact Machines or something like that. The Impact Machines. Alright, so create a team. There we go. We have Jason and Mike, and maybe one more team. So you have like Arcade Andy, and I think you have Turbo Tom, and Neo Nick. Let's get them all three. So you can, by the way, add up to 3 members in here. So Turbo Tom, Neo Nick, and Arcade Andy. Let's call them Power Fighters. There you go. Cool. Alrighty. Perfect. So you have 2 tag teams, right? The Power Fighters and the Impact Machines. That should get us going with some good rivalry. Let's now go back to the titles. Crown first champions. We're gonna crown Jason Impact and Mike Steele. There you go. The Impact Machines are champions. And let's just crown our Intercontinental champion. Cool. Alright, who should we assign it to? Actually, you know what? We're not going to assign it to anybody. We're going to do like a 6-man ladder match or something to get us started. Cool. Create our first show. So, if I go ahead and create it, we're going to call it the Monday night. Well, today's Saturday, so let's go with this Saturday night fight. Saturday Night Fight is going to be our weekly show. I believe I can already go for Industrial Unit 9. I should be able to fill it nicely. Cool. And I have a goal of booking at least 1 cage match, so that should keep us going nicely. I was planning to do some matches anyway. Of the type. So the very first opener. If I go, let's actually start with cage match, shall we? Let's start with cage match, and we're gonna go for. Actually, let's do a tag team cage match. Yeah, cool. There we go. So we can select both of our tag teams already here. So because this team has obviously 3 members, if I click on them, it asks me to pick both. One of them had low stamina, so just double check quickly which one. Oh no, Mateo had low stamina, so they're all good. Right, okay, so if I go Turbo Tom and Neonic, they're gonna be facing the Impact Machines, Tag Team Championship on 9. So one of the new features is you can see now at the top of the screen there's estimated match rating, so between 3.2 and 4.2. So you cannot quite tell exactly what's it going to be, but roughly within that range. So I'm going to leave it to the, so you don't have to decide the match result, right? You can sort of leave it empty, and that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to let the game decide. As I started booking my show already, you can see so far if I just was to go ahead and run it, it will have between 1 and 2 show rating. I'm definitely not going to fill the stadium, so I need to keep booking. Next, we're going to add maybe some promo. So, actually, let's do some drama. So let's do some backstage ambush. So I really want to start building rivalry from the get-go. So if we do something like Bucket Brad and you know what, Varsity Victor, this is phase actually. Phase, and let's grab a heel. So maybe if I grab El Halcon, there, yeah, okay, cool. So if I go next, and then the attack is going to be El Halcon, who's a heel. Bucket Brad is gonna be the victim. So that's booked in as well as the second segment of the night. So that's gonna start our lovely rivalry right there, and then we're gonna create ourselves. Well, we should defend the World Heavyweight Championship. So let's see, what should I do with that? Let's maybe Extreme Rules match. Let's do World Heavyweight Champion Wolfgang Rex versus Benny Backdrop. You know what? Let's give Benny a shot. Let's put a title on the line. And I'll tell you what, I'm gonna leave it to fate. If Wolfgang wins, fantastic. If Benny wins, then I'm gonna strap a rocket to him and off he goes. Right, cool. So we have 2 matches so far and 1 promo segment. As you can see here in estimated show rating, it says that this card needs more matches. So we're definitely gonna add another one at least. And this is the one that I wanted to add, which is the actually we can do an elimination chamber for the Intercontinental Championship. So we can add Brute, Danny, Kane the Killer. If I put Mateo in there, he's probably gonna get injured. Which is fine because we have Varsity Victor, Slippery Sam, and Sam Higgins. Cool. Alright, one of these 6 lovely guys is gonna be the Intercontinental Champion. So we can select the winner, we can select runner-up, and the most eliminations. I'm gonna leave it all empty. Right, perfect. Okay, so the show looks good, looks solid. Between 4.1 and 5.1, we're meeting network goal. All nice and dandy. Let's just go back to the homepage. We have checked everything, crowd checkers. Obviously, running the show is next. So if I click on that, there we go. Okay, first ever match ever promotion. Let's see the results. And still, your tag team champions, the Impact Machines, 3.7 ratings, which is not bad considering we just started. So, Turbo Tom and Neonic have to do a bit more work to get that titles. You can see sort of restless kills, wrestler popularity, match type, style definitely help. Obviously no rivalry at this point. Championship prestige and production value is nada. We don't have that yet. Next is the backstage ambush, and that actually pretty good rating as well, 3.9. So Bucket Brad was walking through the backstage when he was attacked by El Halcon. El Halcon was has thrown Bucket Brad into the equipment and left him knocked out cold. Cool. And then we have a World Heavyweight Championship match, and the new, oh no, Wolfgang defended. Well done by submission. 4 stars, beautifully done. Nice. And finally, let's see who is gonna win the Elimination Chamber and be our very first Intercontinental Champion. And that's Brute Barnes. Well done, Brute. Good job. 3.6 stars. So we didn't get a perfect score here because our card was all over the place, right? We have 3.6 ending the show. Nevertheless, it's 4.6 out of 10, which is really strong result for the Federation at our current level. We didn't sell at the arena, as actually we got 337, and this show has produced a net profit of $3,000. Pretty good. There's a summary at the bottom, obviously, of the matches, but we've just gone through them. So let's proceed to week summary, and we've ranked the first. So our popularity has increased by 0.78. You can see we have now $83,000. You can see our sort of financial summary, and you can see we ranked the very first out of all of the shows that are here available. Okay, so let's proceed to the next week. So congratulations, you have completed your very first show, IEW, not AEW. IEW is now set for success. So let's claim the additional $5,000. That's definitely going to help. Now, what I really like to do first is I like to go ahead and create ourselves, improve our merchandising, our advertisement, and our production values. Now, that is going to add to our weekly running cost. However, it's also going to improve our show quality, and it's going to start generating additional revenue. So let's just go ahead and double check. And we've already started. No, they haven't. So let's give them a little helping hand. So what we said is Backyard Brad is going to have rivalry with El Halcon. Brilliant. And then let's get started on our tag teams. So Turbo Tom and Neo Nick versus Jason Impact and Mike Steele. Let's get them in that rivalry as well. So if we do tag team, so team A is gonna be Jason Mike. Team B is gonna be Turbo Neo Nick and Turbo Tom. Cool. All right. Perfect. That's right. We have started. And I think that's it for now, right? In terms of rivalries. Cool. Yeah, I think we can carry on for now. Right, week 2. So we had a solid week 1. Let's try to follow up on week 2. We have 2 out of 3 falls match this week to book. This is the goal for our network. So let's have a look. If we can do that, we should be able to. There's no reason why we shouldn't. Cool. So we're going to go singles match. 2 out of 3 falls, and that is gonna be for Intercontinental Championship. Blood Barnes is gonna face off against. You know what? I really like Benny Backdrop. I think we're gonna give him another shot. There you go. He can have a shot now at Intercontinental Championship. So there you go. Winner again. I like to leave things at atonement. Let's see how it turns out. We're gonna add here in-ring face-off. Oh, actually, let's do title decoration. Yeah, there's the title decoration. We're gonna say that Neonic and Turbo Tom are gonna. Cool. They're gonna pick on the tag team champions to say that they're coming for the title. Alright, we're gonna go into creating a new match, which is gonna be let's just go standard simple match, because otherwise I'm gonna burn through everyone's stamina real quick. So let's do Arcade Andy versus Danny Walsh. That's it, simple match. Keep things going. Cool, and then let's add in the main event who has the most stamina. Let's have a look. Walker 58. Kane. Okay, Kane Kelly. He has 70. And let's find him an opponent. Slippery Sam. Yeah, cool. Alrighty. Oh, you know what? But actually, I should put them in some stipulation. Otherwise, it's quite a poor one. So if I put something, I don't know, Extreme Rules. There we go. And again, we're gonna leave them to decide who wins. This looks pretty solid. Okay, cool. So let's get started then. At the bottom, you can see our projection of how much we hopefully gonna make or not make this week. Let's start the show. So this is show number 2, week number 2. Let's go. Brute Barnes versus Benny Backdrop, opening for Intercontinental Championship. 2 out of 3 falls, and the winner is Brute Barnes. Poor Benny, cannot get a win, huh? Two out of 2 losses. Nice. So you can see at the bottom here, production value is already starting, even as a little bit of bonus to the match quality. Next, title declaration. Neon Nick and Turbo Tom took the spotlight together and made their intent unmistakable. The gold is the goal. As a team, they put the entire division on notice and they made clear that they're coming for the championships. Nice one. Cool. Then Arcade Andy and Danny Walsh. This is just a standard match, so I'm expecting here quite a low quality, really. Let's have a look. And Arcade Andy won, about 1.7. And again, this is through disqualification. Quite a poor match, actually. By the way, sorry for the notification I keep getting on screen. I managed to disconnect slightly my cable, so there we go. And the main event, Kane the Killer Kelly. Don't know why it's so difficult for him to pronounce. Versus Slippery Sam. Alright, Extreme Rules match, and the winner is Slippery Sam. Wow, nice one. 3.6 rating. Awesome stuff. So we actually sold out the arena. Well done. 342 in attendance, 4.2 rating, and $9,000 in profit. That's amazing. Yeah, so we can see, so we only made $67 in merchandising, but I think the biggest difference between this and previous show is that we used much fewer wrestlers, and we're obviously paying them per appearance, so the fewer we use, the less we pay. Cool, so we are almost back to our standing funds, even though we made a lot of investment in product. $74,000. Our popularity is now 11.45, and we finished first again. Brilliant. So you can see here as well, if you click on other federations, you can see really what they're up to. And I did notice actually something I need to improve on, that the very first weeks we can see a lot of dummy matches. You can see that AI is a little bit getting, well, AI. I believe the roster is still forming. It's not until like I think week 3 or 4 when the roster really gets sort of shaped up and they start being a credible opposition. So if we now just have a look quickly at our AI federations, we can see they have now 20 people on the roster, but for some reason their shows are still quite poor. Something to work on. I think this is definitely an area that I need to expand on. It's not finished by any stretch of imagination. But we got a message, so, Brute Barnes got injured. He got a muscle strain during last night's singles 2 out of 3 falls match. And he'll be out for 1 week. Okay, so no problem. 1 week we can do that. So one thing I actually completely forgotten is that we do have a training option, so we should definitely utilize that. Now, we should utilize that for people who have a low stamina, such as Mateo. Actually, Mateo is 50 already, so that should be pretty good. Is there anyone low stamina? Slippery Sam, 46, probably the slowest. Benny, you know what? Poor Benny. Let's give him some training. So a couple of training options. Standard training, which is for 1 week, you gain sort of half the stamina. Normally you would get 6, and you get 1 to 5 gains. You have enhanced training, which is pretty much double the price. You go for 2 weeks, but you have also potential double gains. And then you have intense training, which is triple the cost, but you can pretty much get the same gains like you would get for 2 weeks training, but in 1 week. However, it costs your stamina, so you really have to sort of decide what's best for you. I think here I'm just gonna go standard strength. So Benny's in training, and I think I said Slippery Sam. Yeah, let's just get set in for strength as well. Cool, let's see how that goes. Alrighty, and one thing I just want to showcase here is I can actually change the name of the wrestlers. If I change Wolfgang, let's change him to Amadeus Rex. Yeah, I think that's pretty solid. He's a heel, that's fine. Let's keep him as a heel. Cool, Amadeus Rex now. Perfect. Bit of rebranding, huh? Okay, let's carry on. So we are, actually I have one message, I don't know why it's showing us not read. even though I read it. I'll come back to it later. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and book our third show. So the goal from the network, TV network, is to book a contract signing segment this week. We could do that. We could definitely do that. I think we have two of our rivalries that we need to keep expanding. So let's do that. First, we're gonna do a ladder. No. What should we go first? I think we can go ahead with something like a tables match. Tables match for World's Heavyweight Championship and who's gonna go up against him? I'm really keen on putting Penny again, but I keep putting him every week in the championship match. God forbid he's gonna win one day. Let's put him against a Varsity Victor. Right, cool. Championship online, obviously. But this time, let's pick Amadeus to win. We want him to do well. Cool, alright. So that's the first team, first match booked. Let's put a promo. Was contract signing, right? So we can do contract signing. And we can do that between. You know what? These two have a rivalry, so I should definitely put them in that. Cool. Alright, next we're gonna put a tag team match. Tag team match is gonna be between these lot. Cool. Should we put titles line? There, let's put titles. No, we're gonna keep titles off them for a moment. Cool. So 2 matches booked, and it's time for main event. So main event, we're gonna put a ladder match for Intercontinental Championship. And who is he gonna face? Brute Barnes. You know what? Sam Higgins is pretty good options. Face versus Tweener. We can do that. Title on the line. Let's go. Leave it to fate to decide. Alright, so World Heavyweight Championship as opener, tables match, contract signing, tag team match as a single, sort of no stipulation there, and a main event ladder match. Let's go. So, the very first fight of the night, and the winner is Amadeus Rex, which we have chosen him. 3.9 rating. Oh, I can see a little bit of a UI imperfection here where it says win by, and to pick up on that. But here we go. Lovely results, and now the contract signing. So we can see they sat down to make it official, but neither came to be polite. The signatures were the easy part. The real moment was the glare across the table, the insults that cut deeper than strikes, and sadly, that is the match. And the sadity that this match is now inevitable. Definitely, we're gonna book some nice payoff next week. Cool, our tag team match, and the winners are here. Again, the Impact Machines, they keep beating them up. This is up this time by disqualification. So, they're not having good luck, is it? I might need to give them a bit of a hand. And Brute Barnes retains his Intercontinental Championship in the main event in the ladder match. Great show. I think we've done pretty well. Again, we sold out the arena. 4.6 rating, $6,000 dollars profit. And we can see we got a nice big payout from the broadcast studio. We can see this is the rivalry Impact. So we can see that is the early tension building between Impact Machines, Jason Impact and Mike Steele, and Neonic and Turbo Tom. We can have a look at them in a second. We finished second this week, but again, nice steady flow of popularity at the top, 0.76 and $5,000 straight. Additional to our funds. So let's have a look. There you go. So that's why I said at the start of the third week, this is where the LA Federation really start to pick up, and we can sort of different various matches that they're creating. So some of the definitely to work on. There we go. They have pretty solid card actually. Pretty solid card, but we're not here to watch their card. We're here to win and get first place ourselves. Lovely. So let's go back to the roster and let's try to get some wrestlers ourselves. If we go to Cowboy, no, we don't want them. We actually are now down to enhancement talent only, with this 35 only available. So the rest has got picked up by the AI Federation. This is where we definitely expand on how many wrestlers we have available. In this release that just went a couple days, yesterday, sorry, today, my apologies, today, I've added an initial 15 wrestlers, so I definitely need to keep going and adding more. By the way, this is a gentle reminder that on wrestlinggame.com/support, you can now create yourself as a wrestler in the game. And there are some coupon codes available. So if you visit us on Discord, there's Discord80 as a coupon code available, which is valid until 29th of May if you want to make yourself as a wrestler for just £2 British pounds. So definitely give it a try. Awesome, cool. I've just signed some additional wrestlers, so we have now 21 wrestlers available, which is cool, nice and easy. So Oscar, oops, I like this guy. Definitely, I'm trying to have fun with some of the creations here. You can see a bit of a bruise on his face. And in terms of identity, his finisher is Oopsie Daisy. And he's a Spanish undercard fixture who has survived longer than expected by turning mistakes into crowd interactions. So he's a bit of a prankster, this guy. Cool. Alrighty, let's get booking right. Okay, now for this week, what I'd like to do is actually I'd like AI to see what it comes up with. Well, it is AI. It's actually just a bunch of algorithm that times at the time is the best match possible. I'm not actually using any sort of AI model here, but you have a couple different options. So if you want like sort of chaos cards, so high risk spectacle that might sacrifice weekly scoring, let's have a look. This is actually pretty good, 3.5 to 4.5. Let's see actually what it come up with. So okay, in-ring attack, there's a 4 participant. I'm actually not looking for any rivalry between them, but we have Slippery Sam versus Danny Walsh. Backyard, there goes. We have a bit of rivalry there. Let's put that first. We then have the championship match, again rivalry, nice one. We have multi-person mid-card match. Okay, this is a pretty solid card actually. Pretty solid card. But I would just like to change this stable match into maybe let's put a last man standing. Let's really escalate this rivalry. And let's give, actually, you know what, we're gonna leave it for them to determine the winner. In terms of Slippery Sam and Danny Walsh, I'm just mindful that we have quite a few people actually here, and I don't necessarily want to feature so many people on my show because it's going to be expensive, you know. I think 4 matches pretty solid as well. So we have around 3.3 to 4.3 rating. Have a network goal to feature a wrestler with at least 65 technique. I got a feedback from one of you guys, which is very, very handy, that when you book a match here and you go into participants, you don't actually see the statistics of the wrestlers, so then you have to go like to roster, find out who has that sort of stat, and then come back to book him. So thank you so much for that. I would definitely consider. For me, this screen already feels quite crowded, so I need to figure out a way of how to put in statistics here, but at the same time don't make this even more crowded than it is. So something to work on. If you guys have any suggestions, please feel free to drop them on Discord or here on the YouTube video. So let's go back to our show. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 matches. But see, the championship is not on lines here, which is actually very interesting because they're both champions. So let's put a championship on the line. And let's see if we're going to have our first double champion. I'm so sorry for this USB notification. I don't know how I keep doing that. just gonna have to ignore it. All right, okay, let's go to next week. So this is week 4. Let's start the show. By the way, I did turn off the music within the game just not to bother you, but I might turn that back on if you don't mind in a second, just to give it a bit more liveliness. So let's run the first match, and the winner is El Halcon. So not only he beat up Backyard Brad, he also wins against him in the last man standing match. Nice one. You can see the rivalry impact at the bottom here. So they're in the stage of early tension, is building well, and heat change plus 11. So this is really growing now. Tag Team Championships, and we have new champions. Neo, Nick, and Turbo Tom have won finally on, I think, on the third or fourth attempt. So new champions, and Lena Lowcard and Fiona Fluke, both new additions in this latest update, and Fiona is the winner. And finally the main event, and do we have double champion? Oh wow, first one. So Brute Barnes becomes a double champion, Intercontinental and World Heavyweight Champion. 4.6 rating, pretty good show indeed. I just keep forgetting to increase the venue sizes. 3, 4, 2 keep selling out. So definitely like a good level up. But again, if I go level up and I don't outsell it, then actually I'm gonna just end up paying more and not making as much money. So we'll have a look. 4.2 show rating again. Lovely solid profit. Very good indeed. Our rivalries are growing. Let's proceed to next week. We ranked 4 out of 7 now. Wow, so it's really picking up the competition, isn't it? So you can see now how all the federations are growing nicely. One thing that I haven't done yet really, and let's just quickly look at our messages before. Oh, Britt Barnes is injured again. Seriously? 2 weeks? Oh god. Our double champion is injured for 2 weeks. Nice. But one thing I haven't done yet is I haven't actually interacted with all the federations. So I'd like to do that. So if I go into this Intergalactic Theatre of Wrestling, which is run by Commander Zog. This is a fun looking fellow. So his mysterious origins aside, Commander Zog has proven to be one of the most approachable GMs in the business. Well, I surely hope so. His bombastic alien persona marks a sharp mind for talent, relations, and genuine love for the sport. So what I really like to do is give him positive shout out. There you go. That will build up. Okay, we build up +1 relationship with them. We get a little notification here to say, so to mention, you didn't have to put our name over, but you did. We noticed. Class move. So that's how we essentially start building a bit of relationship with them. Better relationship allows us to get like wrestler loans. If they need a wrestler in the future, they might also request for one. We have a lot of money, so let's do ask for a wrestler for just 1 week, someone to beat up. So we're gonna do a showcase. Yep, fine. We do a 1 week relationship. Yeah, not true. Available talent 20. Okay, continue to talent. Right. So they have quite a few wrestlers. Oh, let's see. Some of those that I didn't sign, they end up in their promotion. Let's just go with someone like the Masked Mistake. Right. So you can see his overall points. He's asking for 506 per week, which is actually, it's kind of quite expensive, isn't it? Let's go with the low offer. Oh, see, they will not accept it. I need to go to a medium deal. If I break the deal, that will damage the relationship by 4 and damage the trust by 5. And what are the conditions? So I need to book the main event and do not overuse them. They can only be used once. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, I see. Because I think their popularity is much higher than ours, they have quite a big demands. Okay, fine, let's get him. Ooh. Have I just found a new bag? I think I did. That was strange. I need to have a look through. Right, okay, so we can see here that the mass mistakes available for you for 1 week. Right. Okay, let's get that going then. Alright, so he has to be main event. Got it. So we're gonna, didn't say about winning, so he can lose, right? Cool, we're gonna put a main event. We're gonna go first with the opener. So as an opener, we're gonna have perhaps a tag team. Actually, we keep booking tag team. Maybe we can book something more interesting. Like if we go 3 versus 3, and we can go for Arcade Andy. Where's the other two? Neo Nick and Turbo Tom. Alright, that's one team. And then let's go for some jobbers. Igor out of time. Then we can go for Fiona Fluke and Mateo Herrera. And And then we're gonna get these guys to win via pinfall. Cool. Oh gosh, I better not run this show yet. I don't want to be scoring, 0 rating. Book a match where both participants have plus 55 agility. Again, something to improve on because it's impossible to tell from here. We need to go to the roster page. Okay, so we booked 3 versus 3. Let's book now. Actually, hold on. Did I just go back quickly? This was showing to be really poor. What if I do like something like, I don't know, extreme rules? Is that? Okay, that's much better, isn't it? Cool. Alright, cool. Next one. So next, let's do a singles match for who's our champion is not available because obviously he broke his whatever. That's fine. Let's do Dante dropkick, Benny backdrop. Again, sorry. Let's just go and give us a stipulation. I don't know. Let's go crazy. Let's just go for like casket match or something. You know what? Just need to milk them out for the stamina. They might get injured and stuff, but those are some enhancement talent. I don't mind if they get injured. And then let's use a multi-person match for a ladder match. And let's put here, where's the mysterious mistake? Oh, sorry, the mask mistake. Let's put him. Let's put Amadeus Rex and El Halcon and Backyard Brad. There you go. Put him a ladder match, yeah? We can pretend this is the number 1 contendership match. We get Amadeus to win. Nice. Okay, and then it's just to us that we should put a promo here. That's not a simple promo, like a backstage interview for I tell you what we're gonna do actually. We're gonna go title declaration. Where's Jason Impact and Mike Steele? And they're gonna champion the Nick. See, I should be able to select the both tag team champions. I'll need to get a note of that. And we're just gonna move it up so that this is our main event. Okay, show's looking pretty decent. 3.9 and 4.9. Cool. Let's get going. So we know already the outcome of this one, but what's the rating? 3.4. Pretty good. The Power Fight. Of course, I forgot I made them a team. The Power Fighters. Then Dante dropkick versus Benny backdrop. Poor Benny. This guy cannot get a win, can he? Pretty sure he's like 0-3 or something like that. We can check him in a moment. And then title declarations. So we've done this one a couple times. 2.8 rating. Not bad, not bad. And the main event. And Amadeus Rex wins. 4 stars is actually pretty good. Nice. Show completed. 342 sold out. 4.4 show rating. Pretty decent. We ranked 3rd. That's nice. Okay, getting to the top. But again, definitely audience needs to increase that. Let's do it now. Right. Oh, El Halcon injured, really? 2 weeks after the match. Alright. That's fine. Log complete, so the master mistake has been returned. We pay 506. The trust is improved by 1 because we met both goals. Nice. I think the trust probably should be improved by more than 1, like otherwise it's gonna take us forever to improve it, isn't it? Cool. Alright, so if we go quickly to rankings, let's just see who's our Brute Barnes, 100% wins. 4 wins altogether. Amadeus Rex right after him, 75%, and Arcade Andy with 2 wins. So we can see a bit of ranking here. So far we can see Mateus had only 1 match and lost 1. Bucket Brad had 2 and lost 2 as well. Where's Benny? Benny had 3 matches, lost all 3 of them. Poor guy. Alright. I'll just quickly have a look at titles. So I get Brute Barnes so far is the number 1, and again he has now been holding championship for 7 weeks. So nice. Cool. Alright, let's get going. So what we want to do next is we wanted to go back here. Oh wow, we overtake them. We're not the least popular now. But we want to do a bit of interaction with them, so let's compliment the recent show. There you go. Let's compliment this one, the most recent one. Nice, and they came back to us, and good, I think that's for the shout out. Nice. Okay, so we want to increase now the size of our venue. Let's go, should we go one venue up or two? Let's go to Metro Training Dojo. Cool. Alright, book a submission match. That should be easy. So let's go singles, submission match. Brut Barnes is back. So it's Brut Barnes versus El Hakan. Oh, it was El Hakan, sorry, I was injured, right. Okay, no problem. We do Benny Backdrop versus Igor out of time. Cool. Let's do Benny. Come on, Benny. Get a win. Get a win, mate. Let's do tag team match, which is going to be false count anywhere. And let's pick these guys. Let them carry on the rivalry. You know, but I'm going to let you... Shall I let them randomly? Yeah, I'll let them randomly decide who's going to win. Let's put them as an opener. And then let's add a promo. There's actually something called like Federation Shoot, which you can also improve your... who should we use for that? Danny Walsh, why not? You can also improve your... there you go. Perfect. Your relationship with them. Nice. And so we're going to use that. And then let's book a main event. So main event is gonna be Battle Royale is gonna be expensive. Should we do it? What's the quality bonus? 4.5. I don't really mind it. Let's do Elimination Chamber. Elimination Chamber, why not? He's gonna be for the World Heavyweight Championship. So Amadeus, ooh. They're both quite hurt. I mean quite tired. They can have rest when they retire. Let's get going. Right, Dante dropkick. Came. And you know what? Let's put Oscar in here. Why not? One of the things I really like is just putting things on random. Let's just randomly decide who's gonna win. Yeah, I don't need to decide all this. Let the game decide. Cool, so the very first match is a tag team championship match. Turbo Tom and Neo Nick. They win once again against the Impact Machines. 4.1 rating. Very, very good. Ooh, condition of use. Fans still care about Jason, Impact, and Mike Steele versus Neo Nick and Turbo Tom, but they are getting tired of repeated matches. Ooh. Yeah, we need to mix it up a little bit. Throw in a bit of promo. Oh, just kill off that rivalry now. It's been long enough. Right, Bunny Backdrop. Well done. I had to help you win, but hey. Federation should. Danny Walsh took aim at Intergalactic Theatre of Wrestling in a supportive promo, making it clear that it was not throwaway line. The message was directed outward, the intent was unmistakable, and everyone in the business knows exactly where Danny Walsh stands. And finally, the main event. And who's our new World Heavyweight Champion? Kane, the Killer Kelly. Nice, 4.2 stars. Cool. That was a good match style bonus there. Almost maximum. Cool, the show is complete and 4.3. Nice, but see, we went too much with our venue. We've went for the 700 seating. We could decrease our ticket prices so that we get more, bumps in the seats, but it's something we can optimize. Cool. And we are third once again behind Continental Grappling Syndicate and Memphis Wrestling Association. Cool. Alrighty. That is now week 7. We have 3 messages. Dear, Neil Nick got injured for 1 week. Okay, not bad. Backdrop Benny for 6 weeks? Mate, your first win and you go away for 6 weeks. And then your federation made a point of speaking well about us through Danny Walsh. That was a professional move, and I won't pretend it didn't go unnoticed. Good. Let's be friends. Let's be friends. What's our relationship like at this point? It is +5. It's going quite slowly, isn't it? Maybe we need to like add more options. We definitely need to add more options. Now it's +6. And you can see our recent loan activity, like that's there. Let's hire another one. Let's go for 1 week again. Let's grab I just tend to go for the cheapest one really, which is at the bottom here, like 285 Frank Johnson. I don't really need them. I just want to like be friends with them, you know. Although look at that, so unconquerable. He charges low, doesn't he? He probably won the. Oh wait, was it sick? Yeah, so money is acceptable, but the relationship, trust and exposure value do not justify the loan. But if I give him money, obviously if I give him money, then yeah. Oh my god, do you look at 3,000 just for one wrestler for one night? Oh god. Alright, you know what? We have plenty of cash, let's just do it. Oh, see, this is the bug again. Okay, I'll definitely see. I'll address it in this patch. Something strange happens. Cool. Alright, so dimension. Oh, sorry, this is the previous interaction. Okay, so it just confirms that we are having him. Alright, let's book him in, shall we? He better give us like 5-star rating. Excuse me. Right, okay, so we cannot do a tag team championship match because the guy is injured. Actually, you know what we keep forgetting to do? We keep forgetting to do training. Oh wow, look at him, he's so tired. And also, if we go to his contract, it's expiring soon, so let's just do a renegotiation quickly. Let's just go 40 appearances. You know what, I'm not gonna argue with you, just have it. Submit the offer, and that's done. I know I need to add that as well. So see, I was in a roster and I've extended him, but I went to all wrestlers, so I know I need to also improve that option. So it should be give me like a pop-up like he signed in, etc. I'll get that sorted in one of the next releases. Everyone is getting quite tired here, isn't it? I think I've been abusing those stipulation matches, so I'm gonna try to use only wrestlers who are. Oh yeah, perfect. Hello there. Only wrestlers who are in a good shape. Right, okay, cool. Alright, let's go to our show. So this week's show, we're gonna use our beautiful guest. Oh look, he's mid-card, wow. That's why he was so expensive. Let's put him against Intercontinental Champion Britt Barnes to get a wrap, you know, and everything. Britt's gonna win. Oh, actually, let's put a stipulation on it. Let's put just something wicked like ladder match. Look at that, between 4 or 5 stars. I'm gonna make Brute win. Okay, that has to be main event, so I need to remember to like shift it and everything. Oh, what was the goal for the day? Was book tag team match this week. You know what? I can book tag team match. No problem. We're just gonna pick 2 other people. Oh, I completely forgot about the rivalry. Backyard Brad and El Halcon. I'm terrible at this, right? I'm all over the place. It's also quite late. It's 11:30 UK time, and I'm sick, so that's probably why. Excuse me. All right, cool. Let's not get distracted. Right, let's go. Oscar, oops, and Igor time. That can be our team A, and then team B. Let's go for some heals. Oh gosh, everyone's tired. Hey, just like me. Then I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna do Oscar. We're gonna remove him. Right, 2 tweeners, so 1 team, and then we're gonna go Fiona and Oscar on the team. So, see, it also should be in a team order, not alphabetical order. Fine. I will do it. Just leave me alone. Right. Okay. Cool. Let's just not pick a winner. Cool. Let's get that going. Book a tag team match. That's done. And let's just put a main event. So for main event, I want to... Actually, sorry. That needs to be main event. See, I'm telling you, all over the place. All over the place, man. And you know what? They have lots of stamina, so let's give them something crazy like Silk Cage match. Give me a money's worth for an appearance. Okay, let's keep going with that. Federation should. Let's go to, I don't know, you, mate. I don't care really who does that. Boom. And then let's put not that much. I wonder if I'll leave it like that. Who's that gonna... Oh, I just need to decrease the stadium size. Yeah, that was too many. So if I, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go back to this one, but I'm gonna put ticket price as 15. Let's see what happens now. All right, let's see if we're gonna make more money or not. All right, let's go. 2.5 stars. You know what? Good enough. I mean, those are just like jobbers, right? So Federation should, that should be pretty. 3.2 stars. That's fine. I should probably make that open a main event. Brute Bounce wins, obviously, because I told him to. 4.5, that's pretty good, no? And it's that's the show, 3 segments, so 3.3 rating, yeah, and 338 attendance. But looking at $9,000 profit, so that's pretty good. I'm just wondering if this is 3.3 is probably lower than what my TV rating requirement is, isn't it? We'll find out just now. Oh, perfect. I'm 6 out of 10, out of 7. All the way. I'm almost as bad as the intergalactic. But yeah, we have so much money. We should be investing in our product now. Oh dear. Right, let's have a look. Wow, we have some notifications. So obviously Igor got injured because why not? Lena got injured. Jesus Christ! Put those people in a match and look at that. 2 injured already. Response. We heard what Arcanandi said. Perfectly happy with that. Brute Bounce again injured. Jeez, Brute, you are. Yeah, you can see unsatisfactory performance. So we're supposed to have 3.5. We got 3.3. So we got our first TV network. Warning. This is completed. So trust improved by 1. See, so trust improved by 1, which is great. But at this place, it's gonna take us 100, loans in order to make it to the top trust. So we want to definitely prove that. And we can see that Mythos Wrestling has hit turbulence period. Not good for them. We have 102k, so let's do something about that, right? Let's go straight in and production value. Let's hit the staging graphics, so level 3. We can't do any more. I think that's it for now. Bye. God, I went crazy there, didn't I? And just double check if we can hire any more of the better wrestlers. No, there's at the moment only enhancement talent. So let's see what you guys mean about adding more wrestlers. Definitely we need more. This is not enough, is it? Ooh, generic Greg. I like this guy. Let's get him added. And Marco Misfire. Let's get him added as well. Okay, just getting new talent. Let us rename them. Should we pick like a one person that we're gonna strap rocket to and make them future star? I think General Greg is probably a good person to start with. Alright, let's see how far we can progress him. Greg. Oh, only signed for 10 appearances. Damn, we need to kind of have to re-sign him in a second. Alright, let's give him, what's his worst quality? Hold on, I see I have like 30-30 on everything. I really made him generic, yeah. 30-30, okay, right. Let's invest in his strength. Let's also change his name. He's not gonna be generic Greg, he's gonna be Jazz Greg. There we go, that's so much better, isn't it? Let's give him face. Oh, is he gonna be? He's gonna be. Oh. Underdog. There you go. We can't just call him Greg. Let's call him Gregory Dash. So uninspiring, but hey, pick your own name if you have a better one. He's a loner, prefers to work alone. Nice. Okay, so the plan with him is that we're gonna improve his stats first. So stats are here. We're gonna improve his stats first a little bit more. We're gonna bring him up a little bit higher, And once it's ready, we're gonna debut him on TV and give him some victories, and hopefully like build up his popularity, and let's see if we can improve him to like at least mid card. Cool. Okay. Cool. So include both a promo segment and gimmick match on the same show. Yes, sir. We can do that. We always do that. Singles match. We're gonna go for a tables match. We're gonna go for. Ooh, wow! Look at Bruce has only 15 stamina. Varsity Victor and Dante Dropkick. Why not, sir? And while we're saying that, I'm terrible with these rivalries. Right, you can see like here, it's attention, this one is attention. I am terrible. I think, is it me being terrible or are they just uninspiring? I think definitely rivalries need some attention. Like, I feel like it's not easy to book for them, does it? So just gonna end them here. Cool, let's not drag that on. Yeah, I think I definitely would appreciate your suggestions like rivalries, like how to improve them. At the moment, I focused on like adding more match types. I've just added now like the translation options. There's definitely some in-game improvements that can be made. Now I'm gonna add this music here because you don't want to fall asleep. Now if it's too loud, somebody tell me it's too loud. But I'm gonna be playing at this sound, and I really like this style theme. So what is it? 40 minutes in, and I'm changing the style now and switching music. Hey, alright, cool. So we have one match booked in. Let's add title decoration now. And let's do something wild, like, video package. No. Backstage brawl. Let's just do something crazy like that, right? Who's gonna brawl? I just ended your rivalry, guys. So let's do Fiona and Lena. Look at that, 3.8 to 4.8, nice. Cool, let's add just a straight singles. Slippery Sam and Sam Hicks. And main event has to be epic. So let's add steel kick match. See, champion is so tired. It's like I should, Wait, hold on. Kane is the champion. I forgot to think about it. Right, he's gonna go against. Against Backyard Broad. Yeah, we're gonna keep the title on the Kane. Yeah, cool. Alrighty, let's go to the next show. Varsity Victor is the winner against Dante Dropkick. Nice. You put it for the table. He gets the production value, gives us a high rating. Bonus. Backstage brawl. Oh, 4.3, that's a pretty good one. Maybe actually too good, They have pretty solid charisma, production. Yeah, we need to do some optimization here, but we'll come to it. And Sam Higgins wins the match against Slippery Sam. And Kane the Killer remains the champion. There you go, now we sort it out, right? And look at that, 11,000 profit. Nice. 4.2 show. Beautiful. 15 popularity, that's getting up there quicker, isn't it? So right in the middle of the pack in terms of our wrestling. Cool. Low cut. Sorry, did I just take the previous one? Yeah, did I? Cool. Junior Greg got 2 strengths, nice. Let's send it for more training. Let's get him more. Build those muscles, man. Oh, cool. That's just a math science they're gonna be. Alright. What I like to do now is again use the AI tool. Now you can use custom match builder here, right? You can put how many matches, but you don't want to have matches. I mean we could. It's gonna ruin our budget. Should we do it? Let's do it. Look at me saying you shouldn't do it and immediately proceed to do it. We're gonna switch off the everything else, just book 11 matches, see what happens. Ooh, the card is weak. Well, you actually book 6 only because, you know, the AI doesn't book for you if like someone's injured or if they have low stamina. Yeah, let's get rid of that one. I don't want such a multi-match. Igor versus Sam, okay. Brad versus Fiona is cool. Alright, okay, so okay, we have tag team match, but are they champions? Oh no, they are champions. The other guy's champion. Let's get him out of here. There you go. Turbo Tom and Yannick. Now we have option to put titles on the line. There you go, let's put them on. Let's put them on. Cool, so I think we just need to improve our first match. Let's do an ambulance match, let's go Wicked. There we go. Go on, Igor, if you get the win. Alright, just asking us to do a promo. Let's do a promo. Again, we're just gonna, you know, we're just gonna batter up this Intergalactic Federation. I want a friend. Cool, alright. Let's just make sure this is not a main event. Cool. Alright, let's see how we're doing. So, Igor versus Sam. Igor's gonna be going over 3 stars. Pretty good, pretty good. And Brad and Fiona. Brad wins 1.7 stars. Sam versus Marco, 2 stars. Alright. Lena versus Oscar, 1.7. Oh, that's a disqualification win. We have our Federation Shoot, 4 stars, pretty good one. And the main event. And Turbo Tom and Neonic retain. Nice one. By knockout, even better. Alright, the show's complete. 4 stars exactly. The end 42, 10 days, and $9,000 profit. I feel like, you know, with this recent changes, I made the cash generation in the game much too easy because I just keep getting thousands and thousands every week. But we can see now the production cost has been deducted from our weekly budget because we have now purchased like multiple different products and stuff like that. So yeah, we're only making 30,000. Cool, but we ended up, wow, we ended up 5th. Ooh, we need to pick up our game, huh? Cool. Sam is injured, Turbo Tom injured, fantastic. And we have weekly report. Okay, go on, Greg. Look at him getting 4 strength. Go on, Greg. You can do it. And there you go. Let's keep going. But that was still recovering, so let's give him some. Or do I train him, or do I just let him rest and get more stamina? I think I just let him rest. Yeah. All right, cool. The other 3 I'm just gonna mark us. Red. Alright, we're on week 10. So one thing I haven't done just yet is I haven't booked any pay-per-view. I definitely want to book one now. I just think I just got caught up in the live stream and I completely forgot to do that. But we're in March, so we have gone through quite a few shows now. We're on week 10. Let's book ourselves a pay-per-view for, actually for this week. Let's call it March Madness. March Madness. Cool. Now, because it's gonna be pay-per-view premium live event, if you like, it's gonna attract more crowds. So I'm thinking 763 is probably. Let's go 945. There you go. Dog set 5 bar. Yeah, for $10. Cool. Now, there's different sort of expectations for premium live event. They expect more matches, right? So let's do that. I'm actually gonna go with a quick AI setup. Just want to see what it generates. We have contract signing, which is great, but we are on PLE, so you know. We have Marco, Misfire versus Oscar. Let's just put him in last Mustang match. Come on guys, be useful. Mato Harada versus Fiona. These guys shooting again. World Heavyweight Championship. And Betrayal 10, that is put as top one. See, promos normally wouldn't be like a main event the card, wouldn't they? So I think I just still need to do some work on that AI booking tool. Maybe I can use the AI for that now. Cool, let's put him in a casket match. Let's go crazy. Put the title on the line. Acceptable. The card is projected to hurt your popularity. Oh, sugar. How comes? So, let's just remove this one. Accept the shoulder to your current. Okay. So now it's gonna fall, improve a little bit. Now looks to fall in line a bit, but it's still quite low, isn't it? Maybe let's just like put a stip on this, like ladder match or something. Still, okay, whatever. You know what? We're not gonna make it better. So, we have 2 shows. We have the weekly one. We also need to prepare, or we can cancel this week. I don't know. Let's cancel this week. Right. So if we go next week, right? Yeah, start our premium live event. Marco Miss 5 versus Oscar. Oops, Oscar wins. 3.3 star rating. Mato Herrera versus Fiona. Fiona wins. 1.9. Tag team match. Varsity Victor and Arcade Andy win. Then we have Betrayal. Wow, look at that. 6.1. Okay, so definitely this is overpowered. We definitely need to balance it. I feel like the matches are always too low. The promos are too high. So something for me to work on. I think I know what I'll be doing tonight. Danny Walsh wins against Slippery Sam and Al Hakan is our new World Heavyweight Champion. Wow, locked in a casket, Kane, huh? 4.8 rating. So the main reason why they didn't improve is the rivalry heat, right? Like everything is pretty solid. Let's see if we can pick that formula. Oh wow, okay, so we only scored 3.9 and we have I think 9.62, so half empty show. I definitely overestimated. We scored 3.9 out of 10. This might look modest, but it's strong for the current federation. But the current benchmark is around 2.9. Okay, so we made $8,000. Okay, and then we can cancel the show. Cool. Alright, let's proceed next week. Okay, what did Greg do? Greg +4. Look at that. This guy is growing every week. Jason Impact got injured for what? 15 weeks? What in the world? 15 weeks. Don't even. Mate, 15 weeks. That needs to. I need to add like some sort of surgery option, right? But you can like put him to surgery, but it's gonna cost you money, but it's gonna speed up his healing. This is crazy. 15 weeks. I think I might have gone a bit too generous with the formulas, huh? But anyhow, let's just have a quick look at our rankings. Good Barnes still the winner, yeah, because he was injured half the time. He has suffered 1 loss, which was when he lost the championship. Top rated El Halcon actually, 4.2, 2 wins and 1 loss. Very, very nice. Very evil. And in terms of titles, we have here Brute Barnes, 2 reigns, 3 defenses. You can also click into each individual championship and get like history here. So we can see here that the most days held was actually Kane. The Killer Kelly had 4 weeks held and 1 reign. You can see the start at the end. Oh, definitely you have transitional champions, huh? So far the highest reign was, the longest reign was 4 weeks. That's alright, I've been simulating most of it anyway. Cool, alright, so this is week 11. It's probably a good time to pause it here. I like to stream my gameplay for you guys to first of all see a little bit how I interact with the game. Also because I stream it in front of you, that also like shows me some imperfections of the game the game is still in beta, right? It's still in development. It's not a finished product by any means of my imagination. But I just like to show it to you. This is what I'm working on. Hopefully you guys are excited for the game. Tell me what you'd like me to work on. Oh, actually, sorry, I got a question on the chat which I haven't noticed, so my apologies. I want to confirm something, if don't mind. Internet gender matches okay, as in no penalties running them in there. Yeah, correct. So, I know people have their views on intergender matches. I think so as well. In real life, I have some, you know, when a guy fights a girl, not quite sure if I like it. But in this game, yeah, absolutely, male can fight females. There's no problems with that. So, there's no penalties for that. It's all about stats, sort of, and their alignment. Thanks for the question, by the way. Thank you for joining the live stream. I was not thinking that anyone's watching, so I'm pleasant surprised. Thanks for that, JD. Awesome. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. As I said, I love just creating the game. Yeah, coding is quite fun, passion project for me. Particularly where you guys are excited, you guys are liking it. As I said, I'm not doing this for money, because I haven't earned a penny out of this, and I'm just, you know, splashing cash on this left, right, center. I'm more doing it out of a passion project, and I want a game that I can enjoy, right? And at the same time, if I can create a game that is for you guys and you enjoy it as well, and you have fun, then, you know, much better. Perfect. So thanks, that'll be all for today. I'm gonna end the stream here, but I really hope you join me in the next one. As I said, you can download the game in the video description, join us on Discord. As you can see, I'm really active there. You can drop your comments, drop any feedback. I'm always available to chat through, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much then. Thanks for your time, thanks for watching.